Glad to have you back. Well, members of the joint health sector unions have resumed official duties after reaching an agreement to suspend their 44-day-old strike.
The decision follows the intervention of the National Industrial Court, which offered to take over the mediation process between the striking health workers and the government. Earlier, a non-governmental organization had obtained a court order mandating the health workers to suspend their industrial action.
But in pursuit of its constitutional rights to either comply or challenge the court order, it filed an appeal at the appellate court. And with us in the studio to discuss this is the Chairman, National Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwives, Lagos State Branch, Comrade Oluwarotimi Awojide. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
Good morning. Nice to see you.
Yeah. All right. Would you say that JOHESU workers are fully back at work, or because they are just working on eggshells waiting for the outcome?
We are fully back.
Okay.
We are fully back on duty.
Okay. So are you hopeful that the court will do something that would be agreeable, at least to both parties?
Yeah, we've been clamoring for that for a very long time because we realized that the people at the ends of affairs of the Ministry of Health and even the Ministry of Labor, they were being influenced by the Nigerian Medical Association, which shouldn't be. And we've been asking that they are biased already, and we want a neutral body to look into the issues on ground. So we are indeed happy that the Industrial Court is taking over the mediation. We strongly believe that it's an unbiased group of people that will look into the matter now and look at the merit and demerits of our demands.
All right, but the Industrial Court taking over this, were they invited to take over the mediation process, or they offered to take over the mediation process?
The Industrial Court offered to take over after we have challenged the Ministry of Health and Ministry of Labor for their bias towards our demands. So the court offered to take over the mediation.
All right. Now, refresh us. What were the agreements that got JOHESU to decide to suspend their strike this time?
Not really an agreement to suspend. Okay. We tabled our demands. We made the court to realize that we were on a just cause, and we have fulfilled all the requirements that we need to, fulfill before embarking on strike. So the court look at the whole matter, and when somebody that is to be a judge in your case is being accused of bias, then the best thing is for that person to give other people opportunity to mediate. So having realized that, the court then offered to come in and look at the matter and probably find a lasting solution to the problem.
So I was saying that it could be because of the threats by the government that there could be sack, if members of JOHESU didn't go back to work.
No, it wasn't because of any threats. Actually, when you look at the matter, even the NGO that went to court is not a party to the issue on ground. So we have challenged even their right to take us to court. And apart from that, we have also appealed against the judgment. So it wasn't even a threat at all. It wasn't a threat. So we decided to agree with the court since they have decided to mediate. And what we are really after is the solution to the problem on ground. And if the court has offered to look into the matter, we should have faith in court that they will do the needful.
All right. So what nature of mediation is going on right now? And is there a time frame to when the final expectation or the final resolution or conclusions will come out?
Well, I cannot give a categorical answer to that now because the sitting will start today. We have forwarded the names of our nominees to the court. We expect the Ministry of Health and Ministry of Labor to have done the same thing. So let's just begin to follow the process and see what will come out of it.
But before going to the courts, really, were there enough efforts by JOHESU to meet with the Ministry of Health, you know, the minister especially, because he said earlier that about 15 demands or so were tabled and close to 14 were already, you know, looked into. It's just this one that JOHESU is adamant about.
Not really so. You see, I laugh when I read such thing in the newspaper. When the struggle started, the first thing that the minister did was to deny any agreement. He said there wasn't any agreement. It was a minute of meeting and all that. Yes, so the first thing he did was to even deny any agreement with JOHESU. And when we brought out evidences to show that we actually entered into agreements with both the Ministry of Labour and Ministry of Health, then he started saying they have met 14 parts of the agreement. Actually, there are so many things on ground that the ministry is yet to attend to. But it's just that the focus seems to be on the adjustment of commerce and commerce. Because it's really a slap on the face if you happen to adjust the salary structure for the doctors like 2-3 times and nothing is done to the other sector. Is greatly unfair. So it's just that the focus seems to be more on that aspect than the other areas. There are still so many issues that are yet to be addressed. For instance, we went to court when we challenged skipping of grade level. We won that case in the court, and instead of, you know, implementing that in our favor, the doctors that were not part of the case in the first place claim rights to skipping also, and the skipping was implemented for them, and they even paid them arrears. The original owner of that judgment, up till now, we are still on the matter.
All right, we have joining us too a member of the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, Teaching Hospitals Research Institute and Associated Institutions, Kehinde Adegoke. Good morning, it's good to see you.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
Right.
Good morning, it's a pleasure.
All right, now a lot of people have said that if you look at, because I remember we had you, we were on the program sometime with you, and Nigerians are still asking the question, all of this hardship Nigerians have passed through, some persons have been reported to have died due to the hospitals being closed, is because of salaries and comparative salaries between JOHESU members and medical doctors.
Well, the issue of salary or remuneration is not the only issue. It's just one of the issues.
Okay.
The main issue is that the sector has been destroyed for the past 33 years when doctors took over the leadership of the health sector. And we cannot continue to watch things go down the way it's been going. When you look at, out of about 190 countries, Nigeria is on 187. I mean, where are we going? Dr. Neil Woodruff of Congress WBN said, and I quote, that if your process does not validate your destination, you need reformation. The truth is that Nigeria health sector, the Ministry of Health, need reformation. We've talked about global best practices. And all over the world, those countries where people run to for their health challenges, who are the people managing the sectors? Hospital administrators, professional administrators. These are people that have been trained as clinicians and physicians, and they have taken over the job of administrators. They have no administrative know-how. So tell me, how will the system run when you have put round pole in square peg? I mean, it's not, it doesn't work. And it's obvious. Even Stevie Wonder could see it. It doesn't work.
Okay, but
So and we cannot continue. We have to take our destiny in our hands. I mean, the struggle is for the whole Nigerian. Like the issue of suspending the action now, because we have not called off, we have suspended. And that is to show to the world that we respect rule of law. We respect rule of law. The NGO, the so-called NGO, that the minister who knows that he has no moral right to go to court because we have 9 judgments that he has not obeyed. He had to use when you hear the voice of he saw the hand of Jacob. He used an NGO to go. Of course, we won the case. The NGO has been told that they have no local standing in this matter. And we still respect the rule of law for the sake of the masses. Do you know that after that directive from court, of course, we will not just go ahead and suspend the action. We have to call consultative meeting. People, delegate came all over to Abuja. We met and we looked pros, cons, everything. For the sake of Nigerian masses, majority voted that the action should continue. But for the sake of Nigerian masses, and that is where you know quality of good leadership. A good leader is one who could design a good time to retreat.
All right, so
for the sake of Nigerian masses, we had to retreat and suspend the action.
Well, for 44 days, the strike still went on. And
of
course, we had some of your members.
Because of the part the Minister of Health and Labour took, they were the one making it difficult. Of course, they were the one making it unnecessarily prolonged because of the approach they were taking. They were telling Nigerians lies. They were telling Buhari lies that what we are asking for is the same thing the doctor. Of course, the last time I was there, I told you, I did tell you then that we were not asking for parity. They keep projecting parity, which is all lies.
Okay, so in essence, what are you, because you said that JOHESU suspended the strike and not called it off, meaning that if at the end of the day, JOHESU is not okay with maybe the outcome of the mediation process presided over by the courts, that it could still continue?
Well, as it is, I think we have better confidence in the sense that those that have been a clog in the wheel of negotiation, the court has seen it obviously that both Minister of Labour and Health, they are biased. So he has told them to step off and bring those who have power, who have been delegated by government also, to negotiate, to come to negotiation table. So I want to believe that negotiation will be accelerated now. And there is hope. We are hopeful that something better will come. But where we have fear, maybe if you have been following the trend of the news, ARD has...
NARD.
Yeah, they have given notice that by tomorrow. But I think they've changed it to 10th of July now.
They've given an ultimatum,
And I think what they are waiting for is the outcome of our negotiation. And that is still part of the evil. The obnoxious agreement between NMA and Ministry of Health. How can you sign an agreement that will affect a third party? That the moment so-so group gets so-so, your own will have to go with certain percentage. Is it done? And do you sign an agreement that will affect the third party in the absence of the third party?
All right. Now, this issue, the enemy side of things is, because we have to round off somehow, but Comrade Olurotimi, Nigerians are very concerned. Why is there some kind of controversy and seeming confrontations and disagreements between the enemy and other health workers when they're all supposed to work together to complement towards the common goal of health in Nigeria?
Yeah, thank you very much. One problem in the health sector is that we don't seem to understand what it means to work as a team.
But it never used to be like that.
In a team setting, the structure is cyclical with the patient at the center. But what the enemy is projecting is hierarchical structure. I'm at the top, others are below. It doesn't work like that in any team setting. So you must see everybody as important. So until when they begin to see it that way, the problem may linger on.
So this is all about ego struggle.
It's all about ego.
If I would say something to that.
You can just say it briefly before we round off.
The challenge is that we used to have a team prior 1985 when Decree 10 was introduced by Babangida's government, who was misled by the late Olukoyere Samkuti. There was no problem. Everybody used to work together. But the moment they introduced that, Decree 10, it reduced the power of hospital administrators who used to manage the hospital and then create chief medical director as the CEO. And professionals that used to face their professional practice,
but
that bias came.
Yeah, but should it really even matter who heads the hospitals?
It's not just the matter of who heads. All over the world, developed world, those places that people go, is professional administrators who manage the system. And then when you now put a core professional to manage, the person gets biased. Anything you are doing it in favor of your own professional colleagues. Okay. And that is what has led us to where we are.
All right.
We need to go back and reform that system.
Yeah, we'll have to leave it here now. Comrade Kende Adegoke, Health Sector Trustee, Senior Staff Association of Universities, Teaching Hospitals, Research Institutes, and Associated Institutions. Wow.
Thank you.
So long.
It's so long. Yeah. And Comrade Olurotimi Awojide, Chairman of National Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwives, Lagos State branch. Thank you so much. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming. And we wish you well, and we look forward to seeing a positive outcome from the negotiation.
We are hopeful.
Thank you.
We are hopeful.
Right.